Hello everybody. I hope you all are staying safe and doing well and staying at home. I just thought I'd hop on here. I'm here in my kitchen and I was gonna bake some cookies, so I thought I'd just bake some with all of you. I've never made these cookies before, so I'm gonna hope they turn out well. But I found an easy recipe for orange crinkle cookies, and so we'll make it together and then you can make it at home with your family. So let's try this. All right, so one of the first things you're gonna need to do before you start anything else, like preheating the oven, take your butter out because it needs to be softened for this recipe. This is 4 ounces, half a cup of butter. Safety first, you wanna wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds before you do any sort of baking. Next, you wanna set your oven to 350 degrees. It'll probably take you about 10 minutes to preheat your oven. In this bowl, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, which I'm going to add to a 1.5 cups of flour. Once you've added the salt, baking powder, and baking soda to the flour, you want to whisk everything to combine. All right, once your butter is softened, you're going to add that to 1 cup of sugar, and then you are going to whip it on high for about 4 to 5 minutes until it creams. If you have a mixer, you can use a mixer. I don't have a mixer. I have this hand mixer, so that's what I'm going to use today. Okay, so if your mixture starts looking like this, that's what it's supposed to do. The longer you do it, this is the messiest part of the whole process, so just keep mixing it until it creams. All right, after a little bit of a mess and some patience, your butter and sugar should cream up and look like this. You're going to need to zest an orange or part of an orange, and you will need 1 tablespoon of orange juice for this recipe. In order to zest my orange, I'm going to use a zester and scrape it along the zester so that it falls. Something I thought I'd mention is when you're zesting, you don't want to hit the white part of the orange. So notice I'm only taking the orange part of the orange off, and you can see that's how it'll look. You need a teaspoon of orange zest. And I forgot to mention, please make sure to wash your orange very well and dry it down before you start zesting. In this little bowl, I have a teaspoon of orange zest, a tablespoon, which is about 3 teaspoons of orange juice, which was about half the orange, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, now you're gonna add 1 egg and the vanilla extract, the orange juice, and the orange zest to this light and fluffy butter and sugar mixture. Now you're gonna mix this together on low. All right, once everything is combined, you wanna add your flour mixture slowly into the bowl on a low mix. This is what your dough is gonna look like. And then in a separate bowl, you're gonna put 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Okay, I've used some aluminum foil on a pan and sprayed it with some oil. You can butter it, you can use parchment paper, whatever you use to bake. That's what you can use to bake these cookies. All right, I'm using a spoon to get about a tablespoon of the dough, and then you're gonna roll it in the powdered sugar, like so, and place on your baking sheet. Keep doing that until you fill up the whole sheet. Once you've rolled all of your dough balls into the powdered sugar, you're gonna pop these into the oven for about 10 to 14 minutes until the bottoms are brown and the tops look dry. All right, now that our cookies are in the oven, it's the perfect time to clean up. I'm sure your parents will appreciate me telling you to do that. Make sure you wipe down your counters, put everything that you need, wash in the sink, and then wait for your cookies to bake. Okay, these are how they look when they come out of the oven. As you can see, they're slightly brown on the bottom, dry and cracked on the top. Always let your baked goods cool and then dig in. I just tried the cookies and they're really good. They're not too sweet. They're nice and soft and chewy. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them. And like I said, have fun, be safe. See you all soon.